Welcome along to the Harlington training ground. I'm delighted to be joined by Luke Amos and Albert Adoma. This is the moment all you Lucky R's fans who got involved in the raffle to win a Player R Crowdie will find out exactly which player you have won. And like I say, delighted to be joined by Luke and Albert here at Harlington. And Luke, coming to you firstly, obviously it's been a hugely difficult season for you. You had a great first season with us on loan and then completed the permanent move, and probably what makes it even more frustrating for you and all the fans is you started the season so well, then ruptured your ACL in October at Bournemouth. It's been a long road. How is the rehab going?
It's going well now. Obviously I'm outside. I feel like a footballer again now. Like, I've got the cones out, the balls out, passing, running, all that stuff. So obviously the first spell is difficult. You're stuck in the gym. You see that you're in the gym, you look out the window, everyone's training, playing football. But at least now I'm closer and I can almost can sort of see the finish line now.
So where is the finish line? What's the target?
Well, I'm not trying to look too far ahead, but I'm at 6 months now, and they normally say between 8 and 10. So if I can get end of July, August time, that'll be ideal. So have to wait and see. I don't want to get too far ahead, but I'm feeling strong, feeling positive. So, and I'm going to be trying to get as soon as possible when it's right though, as long as it's the right time. But so I guess we'll see, I suppose.
And the football we've been playing this season as well, it's been great to watch.
Yeah.
But has that made it more difficult for you because you watch and think this is my style of football?
I think so. Of course, I'm delighted when we win. I want the team to do well. But sometimes it is tough because I love playing football. I enjoy playing for QPR. I want to be out there. I want to show the fans what I can do. I still don't think I've shown everything I'm capable of yet. So this year I really want to kick on and do that. But obviously I've had a bit of a setback. So it's been tough, but it's also been a joy to watch too. So there's both sides of the coin, I suppose.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed we will see you back during pre-season at some point, and then next season will be a big one for you in the blue and white hoops.
That's the plan anyway.
Fingers crossed. And Unk's coming to you, signed for your boyhood club, of course, back in October, which bizarrely was pretty much the start of the season. How have you found your first season in the blue and white hoops?
Well, my first season in the blue and white hoops has been excellent. Obviously, it's the team that I support. I'm sure by now all the supporters know that. And for me, it's a shame that I haven't got enough game time, but the team's been doing amazing. It's a shame that we missed out on the playoff, but I believe that next season, if we keep the same team, there's a possibility that we can obviously push for the playoffs, you know, and obviously having Luke back now, hopefully, pre-season, he can help the team as well. So I think we've got a good chance next season.
And obviously you got the winner for us against Watford, against the team that won promotion. You said to me before we started, don't mention the assist, don't mention the goal, let's just do the raffle. But I have to mention the goal against Watford was excellent. But did that highlight the potential of this squad, because we were playing against a team that ultimately won promotion quite comfortably?
I mean, it's not just about me, but playing against the top teams in the league, it's always great to see that we can actually compete with them. If we can beat teams that can get promotion, that gives us hope, you know, and it's not just about me scoring a winning goal. Obviously, it's a great moment because I support the club, it's a great goal. But if we compete with teams like that, then we've got all the possibility that we can push for the playoffs next season.
Well, fingers crossed. Okay, well, we're going to get underway now with the live draw. Albert will be drawing out the fans' names. Luke will be drawing out the player names that they have won. Also, just to note that there were a few supporters who really got involved and bought multiple tickets, and a couple of those have got their name in more than once. So congratulations to you. You went for it, and you're going to benefit from it as well. So let's get things underway. Uncle, I will come to you firstly. If you would like to draw out the first fan name for us, please.
All the best, everyone.
Ian. The first name is Ian Blackerby. Ian Blackerby, that's the first name out, and we'll pass over to Luke. That's it, if you stick that in the box. And over to Luke, and this is for Ian Blackerby. Who have you won? You have won Geordie Device. Fine start. Excellent. Geordie has had an excellent start to his QPR career. Okay, Albert, over to you.
Martin.
Next out, Martin Kelman. Now, we don't know if that's a relation. Let's see if you get Charlie Kelman out.
That'd be great.
Martin Kelman, let's see who you've got.
Probably his uncle.
And it's Stefan Johansson. That is another fine one out. And we understand that Martin Kelman will be donating his to Jacob Tingle at Vamos QPR, which is a great gesture. Okay, Albert, back to you. Next out is Jackie Smith. Jackie Smith. Let's find out who Jackie Smith has won.
Let's see.
It could be my one.
Jackie Smith. Have you got
What-
uncle?
what a player.
Have you got uncle?
What a
It's
player.
Luke Amos. You can't get better. That is on its way to you, Jackie.
Oh, that's
That is
perfect.
one of the strong ones out early doors. Okay, over to you, uncle. Elliot Boswell. Elliot Boswell, congratulations to you. You've got a player Crowdie on its way to you. And who is it for Elliot, Luke? Don Ball. Solid. What a fine season he's had. The Cardiff goal, arguably his finest moment.
Wonderful
On its
goal.
way to you.
Go on.
Next up, Dawn Tinsley. Dawn Tinsley, you got your name in the hat. Thank you,
Well done, Dawn.
uncle. Who has Dawn got? You have got George Thomas, who of course joined us last summer as well. Excellent. George Thomas is on its way to you, Dawn. Next up, uncle. We've got Adrienne Payne. Adrienne Payne, thanks for getting involved in the raffle, and the player are Crowdie. Let's see who you've won.
Lee Wallace.
Adrienne has got Lee Wallace. And
Scottish Roberto Carlos.
Scottish Roberto Carlos. I mean, even the players are calling in the Scottish Roberto Carlos.
No.
Okay, uncle. Nicola Hammond. Nicola Hammond, congratulations to you. Thanks for getting involved. Who has Nicola won?
Oh, probably the fan favourite.
Charlie Austin. Nicola Hammond is
Austin
celebrating.
power.
She has won QPR's number 45. Charlie Austin, who's had a big impact since rejoining the club
Fred.
in January. Fred Hartman. Fred Hartman, thanks also to you for getting involved. Thanks, Unks. Let's see who Fred has won, Luke.
Mongar.
Fred has won Johan Barbe. Excellent. Another excellent win that is. Johan Barbe on its way to you, Fred.
Austin.
Austin Flanagan. Austin Flanagan is the next fan's name out. So let's see who Austin Flanagan has won. Austin, you have won Connor Masterson. Connor Masterson, of course, a young defender who spent time out on loan this season. Certainly one for the future.
Ian.
Next out is Ian Brooks. Ian Brooks, let's see who you have won. Ian Brooks. Stephen Duke McKenna, one of our young players and another one for the future, certainly. What is Stephen Duke McKenna like, Luke? You've seen him train. What's he
Yeah,
like?
he's a good guy. He's a hard worker, a nice, tidy player. He's got a big future. He's only young, but there's no stopping him, I don't think.
Excellent. It'll be interesting to see how he
He's got a
develops.
bright future ahead of him.
Great. Excellent. That's very encouraging. Okay.
Chris.
Who's next? Chris Redmond. Chris Redmond, thanks to you for getting involved. Let's see, Luke. It is. There's a grin. It is. It's supposed to be in there. It's okay. It's Bright Asai Samuel, of course. Bright Asai Samuel was with us from the start of the season. He had a player, R. Crowdie. He's very much still involved, and he's doing it very well now, having moved on from QPR.
So funny, Richard.
Next up, Richard Muldoon. Richard Muldoon, thanks to you for getting involved. Luke, let's see if you can pull out a current QPR player.
Ooh,
It is Albert Adoma. That's the one they wanted. Excellent.
Super Who's?
Next out is Richard Muldoon again, of course.
Richard,
One
you're
of the-
taking all the
I'll
tops.
tell you what, he's throwing in the money, is Richard. Who's Richard got this time? And it is Seni Dieng, another
bad.
very good one.
That's not bad.
What
Super
season
Sen,
he has had.
super.
How good has he been this season,
Oh,
Hunts?
amazing. He's my favourite player, to be fair. Usually I go for attacking players, but for a keeper to have a wonderful season, just great.
Yeah.
He's my player. He's my player of the season, by the way.
Yeah, of course, the player of the season.
Yeah.
The voting was being conducted this week, and
Oh,
that's
I
who
see.
you went for,
And
was
that's
it?
who I went for.
Excellent, very good. Who did you go for, Luke?
Same as well, my boy said.
Okay, an interesting insight. Ben Simon. Let's see who Ben Simon has won. Ben has won Sam Field, who of course joined us on loan in January from West Brom. He's had a big
Yeah.
impact in his time
Very good.
with the club. Let's see if he's with us next season. Okay, Uncle, over to you. Nick Alton. Nick Alton, thanks for getting involved in this player R. Crowdie draw. Who has
thank
Nick
Nick.
won, Luke?
TC.
Tom Carroll, TC. How's his recovery going? You been working with him?
No, yeah, it was fun to work with at the start. Obviously, he was a shorter injury than mine, so obviously he's back out now with a group training. So it's nice for me to see that. It's just like I'm going to be there soon, so I'm happy for him.
Yeah, of course, he was on the bench at Stoke, and fingers crossed he'll be involved this weekend in the final game of the season against Luton. Yeah. Okay, Albert, over to you. Jamie David. Jamie David. Let's see who Jamie David has won. Mixes them up. He's getting into it now.
Don't pretend you're mixing it.
Lyndon Dykes, QPR's number 9. And what a first season he has had. He's on absolute season. Fire at the moment, isn't
on fire.
Okay.
Ross
Norman. Ross Norman is the next name out of the hat, and a player our Crowdie draw. Who has Ross won?
Ross.
And Ross has won. Jeff Cameron.
Captain America.
Captain America, indeed. Jeff Cameron on its way to Ross. Okay, over to you, Albert. Nicola Hammond. Nicola Hammond, one of the individuals who's bought a couple of tickets, I believe, as well.
That's just greedy.
And Nicola has won. Nico Hammerleinen, who, of course, has been involved this season as well. Okay, Unks, over to you. Matthew Druitt. Matthew Druitt is the next name out of the Fans Bowl. Who's out of the Player Bowl? Luke.
Let's have a look.
It is Macaulay Bonner, who of course joined us last summer from Charlton, and he's had to bide his time for opportunities, hasn't he? But Lyndon Dykes has been excellent. Obviously, Charlie Austin coming in, but Macaulay Bonner, one who's developing as well. Unks?
No, definitely. Yeah, Mac has been doing great, even when he comes on and scored a few off the bench. But it's a shame that obviously, as a player, you want to play every game. But I'm sure next season he probably get more game time. Hopefully. Yeah,
it'll be a big one for him. Okay, who's next out of the Fan Bowl?
Nick.
It is Nick Alton. Nick Alton is the next name out. And it's Rob Dickey, who has had an excellent season after joining us last summer. And Luke, coming to you regarding Rob Dickey, how impressed have you been with him? Of course, he was playing League One last season, did very well at Oxford, and this season he just seems to have kicked on at Championship level.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Rob. Obviously, it's a step up, but you wouldn't think so. The way, like, he's an imposing defender, but what I like the most about him is how clean he is on the ball. He doesn't panic. He'll step into midfield. He'll wait for the defender to come, turn out and play. So I think he's like a top defender, but also a very good footballer, on the ball. So it's always nice to watch. Yeah,
and do you think Rob is a player that's just going to progress with each season?
No, he will. I think QPR should tie him down, because I think clubs will probably look at him. I'll be honest, I'm a supporter, so I can see the potential there. So I'm sure if the club keep him here, then we've got a good chance of going up with him.
Supporter / agent of Rob Dickey.
Yeah, I could get 5%, Rob.
Okay, over to you, Ox. Who's the next fan name out?
Richard.
It is Richard Muldoon. Richard Muldoon.
Again?
Richard again. He has gone for it as our Rich. Who's he got this time? It is Todd Kane. Todd Kane is on its way to you, Richard. Thanks again for your involvement throughout this process as well. Okay, back to you, Unks. Who have we got?
Jack.
It is Jack Slovick. Jack Slovick, thanks for getting involved to you as well.
What a name.
Who's Jack one, Luke?
Jack Slovick.
Who does he want?
Here we go. Decision has been made, and it is
Good player.
Chris Willock. Good player, you're saying, Luke. Obviously, he joined us from Benfica. Adel Tarab was a big supporter of him, coming to QPR, and said he's certainly a player of potential. How impressed have you been by him?
Very good. He's like a Barry-esque type, the way he dribbles, the way he uses his body. It's always fun to see players like him and Ilias get on the ball. I guess they are a creative threat, so just give them the ball as much as possible, I suppose.
And he doesn't seem to shirk the physicality of the Championship either. He seems to just get up and keep going. Unks?
Now, physically, he's very good, and then technically, obviously, he come from Arsenal. His combination play has been excellent with Illy, even with Chaz and Dykesy, the link-up play, and he's always taking the team forward with the ball as well. So I think he's a very good attacking player for us.
Fingers crossed there's more to come from him next season as well, of course. Okay, next out. Next out is Jamie HOUSEGO. Jamie, thanks for getting involved.
HOUSEGO.
Jamie HOUSEGO, the next name out. Who has Jamie
we've got
won? Let's have a look. Ilias Chair,
Big
that's
dog.
another good one. Ilias Chair,
That's a good
QPR's number 10. And he's had a very good season, hasn't he, Yunks?
Yeah, Illy has. Well, his season has been brilliant. He was my second choice for second choice for
Oh, is that
players
right?
player.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, he had a wonderful season.
Yeah. And you've been impressed by him as well this
Yeah,
season?
I'm same with Uncle. He was Senny number 1, Elias number 2 for me. I think Elias, he's contributed a lot this year. He could have had a few more assists if like people had scored the corners and whatnot. But
Yeah,
I know
that's
he's,
true.
he's only going to get better and better, Elias. Like, he's a hard worker, top guy.
Yeah, they should tie him down too.
Okay,
Before someone snap him for 5 mil.
back to Agent Adoma. Who's next out? And it is Lucie Matthews. Lucie Matthews is the next name out. And which player has Lucie won, Luke? Lucie has won. Osman Kakai,
Has he?
of course, scored his first league goal for QPR
Oh,
against
deserved.
Stoke.
His first league goal.
His first league
Well
goal it was,
deserved.
and what a goal it was, and well deserved. You're saying he's worked hard.
He worked hard all season. You know, he's been in and out of the team, and recently he's been playing every game. And for him to score that last goal, last away goal, was amazing for him. And I think he deserves it. You know, always attacking player. I know he's a defender, but he's always pushing the team forward. Even when TK plays as well, same thing. But Ozzy's been brilliant, taking the team forward, and he scored against Stoke Saturday. Well deserved.
And at the Bet365, it did sound like there was fans in the stadium as Ozzy jogged back to the halfway line. Can you explain what that roar was from
Obviously,
the QPR bench?
that was from the bench and from myself as well. I said, "Come on, Ozzy! Well done, Ozzy!" So yeah, you know, so it's an amazing feeling to see defenders score. So it's always brilliant, not just attacking play. I know Chad scored, but it's always good to see different players score as well, like Ozzy.
Great stuff. Okay, who's the next name out?
David.
It is David Ryan. David, thanks for getting involved. Let's see who you've won. David has won Charlie KELMAN. Charlie KELMAN is on its way to you, David. And again,
He's
another
left.
player for the future. And Luke, coming to you regarding Charlie KELMAN, he seems to be a clinical striker. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, he's a confident like young player. He's a good finisher. I remember I saw his first goal when he's at Southend shooting from the halfway line in his debut. I actually asked him the other day, I was like, what were you thinking? He was like, it was on. Fair enough, fair enough.
It was on. I think he was 18 on his Southend debut and
Yeah.
scored from the halfway line. Not a bad way to mark it. Okay, back to the agent.
Oh, by the way, Charlie, he's the best finisher at the club.
The club should tie him down.
So Chaz, big Chaz.
Chris Redmond is the next name out from the fans bowl. Thanks.
Who have we got? I'm trying to think.
Let's see who's
see
left. Who
anyway.
have we got left? We've got a couple left. Let's see.
I forget.
Joe Lumley, QPR keeper,
Oh, Joe.
who's come through the ranks by and large, and he's done very well for us this season when called upon.
Yeah.
He has been excellent. Joe Lumley on its way to you. Okay, and it is the final one. I'm just
You
checking
have
the
to talk
bowl. that
about
there's-
Joe's saves as well for the
yeah,
last
absolutely.
few games he come
How
in. It's
crucial
been
has he
amazing,
been
you know.
coming in when
Against
Senny was out?
Middlesbrough, his saves were just unreal, you know. I know Super's there, but I think Joe is also a brilliant keeper as well for the Rs.
Yeah, and he also has to that sort of concentration, if you like, because he's not in the team, and then he's suddenly called upon, and he produced excellent performances, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Excellent. Okay, and the last one,
Jeff.
it's Jeff Allen. Don't worry, Jeff, we hadn't forgotten you. Jeff Allen, who have you drawn? The last one out is
Faisal.
Faisal Batash. Faisal Batash is on its way to you. Faisal, again, another young player. Luke, tell us about
Very good,
Faisal.
very,
We've
very
seen
good
glimpses
player.
of him.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything yet. Like technically, he's very, very good. Like good in tight spaces. So he's someone with a big future for sure.
Albert, agree?
Definitely, I want 10%. He's the one for the future. You know? I think the more game time Faisal will get, the more the supporters will get to see. I guess we got the life to see him real life in training. So it's a pleasure, but I think he's got the potential like Steph, you know, TC. He's got that ability, same ability. And I think if he gets his chance, he'll show the supporters.
Excellent, great stuff. Listen, thanks very much for joining us, Albert. Thanks for joining us, Luke. Thanks for watching. Thanks for getting involved. Those our Crowdies will be on their way to you over the course of the month. If we haven't already been in touch, we will be in touch to get those addresses and get them out to you. Thanks for getting involved, and we'll see you again very soon.
Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you.